YouTube, what's up? Back out here real quick. I just want to give you guys an update as to what's been going on, which really isn't that much. Well, that's not true. There's a lot that's happened off camera. Not much filming has been going on because your boy still am and have been incredibly sick for about a week ever since Christmas. So my kids are home on holiday right now, and between Christmas and New Year's, tomorrow is New Year's Eve, today is Friday. But anyways, I haven't put anything out in like a week, so I just wanted to get back to you guys and let you know I'm still alive and stuff's still going down. So behind me, the 12 valve. You might even be able to see through the plastic a little bit there. What's different than last time? Let's take a look. All right, for the big dramatic uncovering. There it is. Like I said before, my goal is to get this drive line in, and it's mostly in. It's mostly in. The motor is in, the transmission and transfer case are in. They're mounted. Nothing's exactly tightened down right yet, except, you know, the bell housing. So anyways, that is awesome. This thing is actually looking more and more like a truck that might move again someday. Maybe. We'll see, right? I just want to take a quick moment to thank my 4 subscribers. I appreciate you guys sticking with me and checking this out. If you haven't hit that like button and that subscribe button, please do. I know I'm getting a lot more views than just 4, which I appreciate the views too. But anyways, here's my 12 valve. I've been wrestling with it for quite some time. And things are coming back together and I am stoked. So let's just kind of start in the front of this thing. I just want to let you guys know everything that I've done. Basically, I started by ripping the cab and the bed off of a old 1995 second gen 12 valve. It was a boss of mine's. I am the second owner. I forget what the exact mileage is. I think it is right around 125,000 miles. It's still a baby. It's still a baby for a 12 valve, but it was rotted. And I'll try to throw some pictures in here if I can. If not, just trust me. So I stripped everything down, sent the frame with the axles, front and rear, separated from each other to a blast shop. They blasted everything. They put a chassis saver on it and they sent it back to me. From there, I applied quite a bit more paint, just for an added protection, if there's not at least 5 coats of paint on this, I'm a liar. The black along this frame. So from there, everything, control arms, upper and lower, those are brand new front springs, brand new leaves in the rear, brand new shocks in the front, brand new shocks in the rear. Brand new U-joints in the front axle, brand new brake lines, brand new calipers, brand new rotors, brand new brake pads, brand new tie rods, brand new upper and lower ball joints, brand new, what else? Brand new power steering lines, original steering box, original sway bar, brand new bushings, brand new steering stabilizer, brand new track bar, brand new stainless steel lines front and back that will go to the master once the cab's on. On the fuel system, we have, let me try to see if you guys get that. We have a bean sump. Stay tuned for that, because right here is going to be our air dog. I'll show you that here in a second. In the rear, like I said, brand new rear leaf springs. Brand new shackles. You can see here, you know, it's not perfect. It's a 95 chassis. It had a lot of rot, and not rot, but just pitting and rust. None of this pitting, I mean, it's bad, but none of it's to the point of concern. The only concerning part on this chassis that I had to cut out and replace, and I think I said this in a previous video, I might have edited it out, I don't know, are these front spring buckets. Sorry, that's so dark. Those got cut out and replaced. I found a guy not too far from me that actually manufactures those buckets, and I went and picked them up from his shop. He's a fabricator, had them right there on the shelf, so that was nice. So that's how that frame sets. One couple of things that I did not touch on this, so I want to be upfront about that. The rear axle has not been opened yet. It will have the fluid obviously changed, but I'm not gonna replace any bearings or anything like that. The whole front axle has been rebuilt, bearings and everything. That was because the knucklehead media blaster guy that I used blew fucking sand right inside my axle tubes, all the way down into the diff. So that was fucked. But anyways, the rear, like I said, the only thing that hasn't been touched. I have not opened this. There's really no need to. Everything's good. I'm just going to change the fluid. You know, just brand new U-bolts. As far as the motor goes, everything has been resealed. The oil cooler resealed, cleaned. New thermostat, all new gaskets, new head gasket. I got exotic head studs in there. New water pump. KDP is fixed. 60-pound over springs. I've got 7mm delivery valves in the pump. 4K springs, 3 4K Gov springs in the pump. What else did I do? Delivery valves, 3 4K springs. Something else. What the fuck else did I do to that pump? Can't remember it. But you guys, I think you saw it, or I mentioned it before. I've got 5x12 injectors, sack injectors, new oil pan gasket. You know, everything's been blasted, cleaned, prepped, and hopefully it lasts. So this is the eyesore. This is sort of the elephant in the room. The only thing I did with this so far is I put a new filter in, new pan gasket. I adjusted the bands front and rear. And that's all I did with the transmission. I have not touched it yet. And there's a good reason for that. This transmission will not stay in this truck. I promise you that. I promise you that. It is going to be in there for the startup and the initial drive rounds, but it will not be the transmission that stays in this truck. It's impossible. I am going to blow this transmission up. I promise. So hopefully I catch it on film. All right. That's that for what's over here. Let me take you over to the shop part over here and show you what I got in the works. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm going to try and get through this last little bit without rambling too much, just to give you this update and get out of here. Feeling like shit. I'm going to go back in and sleep more. So, the cab mounts, blasted, painted, prepped and painted. Same with the steering shaft. That's all ready to go. My brake boosters right here. I got to clean that up, blast that, paint that. Starters degreased. Vacuum pumps degreased. This is going to get blasted and painted in the back. I'm going to keep this front, just the aluminum, I think. After it gets blasted, it'll be a lot brighter. This, the alternator, I am going to fully break down. I don't think it needs to be rebuilt. The bearing all feels good. I am going to separate the magnets from the case. I'm going to blast the case, paint it, prep it, paint it. This I was going to reseal, but I don't think I need to. It's not leaking, so I'm not even going to break it open, but I am going to blast this. and paint it. What else is up here? This is my heater control box. That needs some work. This is a whole nother story and for another day. But actually a YouTuber helped me out with this. So this is actually gonna happen sooner than later because I need to give this guy credit. Great YouTuber. Cutter Up Rob. If you don't follow him, you should, because this guy is a wealth of knowledge on anything 12 valve or really Cummins related. He's from Canada. Great guy, helped me out. I've been watching him. I think I was below 2,000 subs when I started subscribing to him. Now he's at like 30 within a year. The guy is, like I said, just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to diesels. Should definitely follow Cutter Up Rob. Great guy too, pretty funny. If you don't already, you probably already do. But there's just my radiator. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. That needs to get cleaned up. A lot of stuff over there just needs to get cleaned up, and I need to see what I want to actually do with it. Over here on the table. Okay, so over here on the degreaser, just to give you a little idea of what I've got going on still. So these are just parts from the transmission that got to get cleaned up, blasted, painted, prepped. This is where my TV cable connects to. It looks like shit. It needs to get cleaned up. Right there. My injection lines, they look horrible. I left this here just so you can see this is a return line. That's what these will look like when I'm done. Over there's my master cylinder. I have somewhere down here all brand new lines to that. Where the hell are they? Back here? Yeah, they're back there somewhere. Here they are. These are the lines left to go on here to replace these old crappy lines that you see down there. Sorry, horrible filming. So I am gonna blast and prep this, replace these shitty lines on that, get that painted, looking good. So then I can get to this. There's the cab. I started the rockers. I have the rockers in there. I have new cab corners. All that's gonna be done and on film. There's my tail shaft ready for primer, paint. Then I'm putting in the U-joints, which brings me to this table. Right here, brand new U-joints for the drive shaft. My brand new straps for the rear that connect to the differential so that I think I broke one or bent one or lost one or something when I took it apart. I can't remember. AFC Live. These are some fun goodies to install. Looking forward to putting that in. That's going to be tricky and difficult and a lot of anxiety when I do that because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing with most of this. So anyways, right here, another fun one. A lot of money just sitting on this table. Don't tell my wife. Air dog. Waiting to go in, mount that to the frame. I've had this for going on 2 years now. I've had the AFC for probably 3 years. And I got a... So, here we are. Full send diesel, 10B. I can't remember if this is the kit to eliminate my heat exchanger for the transmission or if these are transmission lines to the cooler. Either or, I got to figure that out. Those got to get in. Okay. So if you stuck with me through all that, thanks. There's a lot to take in there, a lot of information as to what's going on, but I wanted to keep you guys posted because I want to be kind of regular about posting and just starting to document this a lot more. This build, I'm pretty proud of it. I've pretty much done most of it by myself. I've had some friends helping me out with big moves, and to them, I'm very grateful. If you haven't seen the video on milling my rocker pedestals, I had a lot of help on that from a friend who has a machine shop. So there's a lot of stuff that I didn't do by myself, and I don't want to take credit for stuff that I didn't do by myself, but most of it I have done by myself. Anyways, again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. a lot of stuff going on back there. The air dog's coming up pretty soon, but I got to get those U-joints in that drive line so I can get the drive. I can't even think, I'm so sick. So I can get my drive shaft in this thing. Once the drive shaft's in it, we're doing body work. So stick along for that because that ought to be some laughs. I'm sure I'll get some critic comments on that because I don't know shit about body work. Stay tuned.